68% of Americans who get a raise are no wealthier 5 years later. Think about that. You earn more, sometimes significantly more, yet your net worth barely moves. The culprit? Lifestyle inflation. Today, we're putting two paths side by side. Upgrading your life with every pay bump versus keeping your spending flat while your income grows. One leads to genuine financial freedom. The other? A subtle trap most people don't even see until they're 50, earning six figures and still living paycheck to paycheck. Let me set the scene. Two people, let's call them Priya and Marcus. Both are 28 years old. Both just landed jobs, paying $55,000 a year after taxes. They live in similar apartments, drive similar cars, eat at similar restaurants. Right now, their financial lives are nearly identical. But over the next decade, they'll make very different choices every time their income goes up. And those choices will create a gap so wide it'll make your head spin. Option A, the upgrade path. Marcus's story. Marcus gets his first raise at 30. His take-home jumps to $62,000. He's been grinding, and he tells himself he deserves it. So he moves from his $1,200 a month apartment to a $650 a month place with better amenities. He trades his paid-off Honda for a leased BMW at $485 a month. He starts eating out 4 nights a week instead of 2. His subscriptions creep up, premium this, upgraded that. By the time the dust settles, his spending has risen almost dollar for dollar with his raise. At 33, another raise, $70,000. This time it's the wardrobe, better restaurants, a vacation that costs $4,500 instead of $1,500. He's not reckless, not buying yachts. He's just doing what everyone else is. And that's the insidious part. Lifestyle inflation doesn't feel like a mistake. It feels like progress. By 38, Marcus is earning $85,000 a year. He has a nicer car, a bigger apartment, a better wine collection than most of his friends. But here's the number that matters. His savings rate has stayed at roughly 5% for the entire decade. After 10 years of consistent raises totaling $30,000 in additional annual income, Marcus has accumulated about $38,000 in savings and investments. Not terrible on paper, but think about what he left behind. But here's what most people miss about this cycle. Economists call it the hedonic treadmill applied to consumption. Every upgrade becomes your new baseline within about 3 months. That BMW? Just my car after 90 days. The bigger apartment? Just home. The happiness boost from each upgrade is real, but temporary. The higher fixed costs, though, those are permanent. Option B, the flat spend path. Priya's story. Priya gets the same raise at 30, same $62,000, but she makes one decision that changes everything. She keeps her spending roughly where it was. Not exactly. She's not living like a monk. She lets her spending rise by about $150 a month. A slightly nicer grocery run, one more dinner out, but the other $400 a month in new income, straight into a low-cost index fund. At 33, another raise to $70,000. Same play. She lets spending drift up a little, maybe $200 a month more than her original baseline. The rest goes to investments. She doesn't feel deprived because she's not cutting anything. She's just not upgrading at the same rate as her income. By 38, Priya is also earning $85,000. She lives in a nice apartment, not the nicest, but comfortable. She drives a reliable car, not flashy but paid off. She takes vacations, good ones, just not extravagant ones. But here's the kicker. Priya's savings rate has climbed from 10% to nearly 30% over that decade. With consistent investing and market returns averaging around 7% annually, her portfolio sits at approximately $185,000. That's not a small difference. That is $147,000 more than Marcus, and it didn't come from earning more. They had the exact same income the entire time. Every single paycheck was identical. The gap is 100% behavioral. The verdict? And it's not what you might expect. Now, I have to be honest with you. This isn't a simple answer. Some financial creators will tell you to live like a college student forever, invest every penny, and retire at 40. I think that's bad advice for most people. Life isn't a spreadsheet. You're allowed to enjoy your money. But, and here's the crucial distinction, there's a massive difference between intentional spending increases and default spending increases. Marcus didn't decide a BMW would bring lasting happiness. He just upgraded because he could, because everyone around him was, because his Instagram feed made it normal. That's the trap. It's not the spending itself, it's the autopilot spending. The data backs this up. A study tracking household spending found that for every dollar of income increase, the average American household increases spending by 83 cents. That leaves just 17 cents for building actual wealth. If you can push that ratio to even 50-50, spend half, save half of every raise, you fundamentally change your financial trajectory. Here's the framework I'd challenge you to use. I call it the half raise rule. Next time you get a raise, split it down the middle. Half goes to genuinely improving your life, whatever that means to you. The other half goes to investments before you ever see it in your checking account. Automate it the week you get the raise, before the hedonic treadmill kicks in. Let's run the math one more time. Say you earn $50,000 and get 4% raises annually. If you apply the half raise rule for 20 years, you'll invest roughly $550 a month on average over that period. At 7% average returns, that's over $270,000. Most of which is pure compounding growth, not your original contributions. That's the difference between retiring at 65, stressed about whether you have enough, and retiring at 60, knowing you do. The lifestyle inflation trap isn't about denying yourself good things. It's about recognizing that the urge to upgrade is largely manufactured by advertising, by social comparison, by the simple psychological fact that humans adapt to any level of comfort within weeks. Question it. Be skeptical of the voice that says, I earned this, I deserve to spend it all. You did earn it. Which is exactly why you should make sure some of it actually sticks around long enough to work for you. This video is for educational purposes only and does not constitute financial advice. Everyone's situation is different, and you should always consult a qualified financial advisor before making financial decisions. Here's your one action item. Pull up your pay stubs from 2 or 3 years ago. Compare what you earned then to what you earn now. Then look at your savings rate. Has it gone up with your income or has it stayed flat? If it stayed flat, you've been on the treadmill. The good news is you can step off it today. Set up one automatic transfer, half of your most recent raise, to an investment account. Do it right now before you close this video and forget. That single move puts you ahead of 2/3 of Americans who never will.